Real quick, starting off this video, I just want to say that when I talk about my TF2 backpack, I don't mean to like flex it in any way or show off or any way, anything like that. The point of this video, like the whole point of this video is talking about my TF2 backpack, so it has to be addressed. It's not to show off like my wealth or anything in TF2, if you could even call it that, but you know, since it's the topic of the video, it will be talked about a little bit. I don't want to look like I'm trying to put anybody else down for their TF2 backpacks, because that's not what this video is about. Right, so I'm sure anyone watching right now who has a decent backpack knows that there are some very desperate people in the TF2 community. And some of these people, don't get me wrong, are completely and utterly harmless. They tell you that they like your items and they ask how you got them and stuff like that because they also want to get stuff like that and they have no idea what they're doing. So once they've asked you about your stuff, they've asked their questions, you've answered hopefully quite nicely. They just get on their way and now they know what it takes to get a backpack just like yours, and whether or not they do anything with that information, who knows? None of us know what happens. However, there is also a flip side to this, as there is anything, and I think this side gets remembered a lot more than the side that just asks questions about your inventory. This is the side that starts sending you random trade offers for free items off you, or asks you to send them items so they can buy a hat or an unusual they wanted to get and can't be bothered to trade up for themselves. So today, I'm going to be talking about it and why it needs to stop. Since I'm a YouTuber, I obviously show off my TF2 backpack quite a lot. I had the Remaking My Cosmetics Set Loadout series, which showcased quite a few of the unusuals I have, and I talked about my whole backpack quite a lot. And it showed off the other items in my inventory as well, with all the hats and stuff like that, and that was kind of unavoidable. And even before all of that series and stuff like that, I used to be a trading YouTuber, which meant that the whole video was basically an advertisement for what was in my backpack. It's like I couldn't actually hide anything because of the way those videos worked and the way I made them. Basically, my point here is that people know I have items, and people know how much I use certain items over others, and I'm basically broadcasting to the world that I have quite a few items and a big backpack. But then again, I also show you how to get them, so whatever, we're going to leave that for now. It's needless to say that advertising the backpack this way is a very easy way to get people sending a bunch of trade offers that are along the lines as this trade offer I got. Now, this one is a fairly harmless one. I could just decline the trade offer, the guy isn't on my friends list, end of. I like how in the message he also said, is this too much to ask for? Like, anything is completely fine. And I'll get onto that in a minute, because I know there's a few people going to be commenting right now exactly what I'm thinking, so I'll get into it. These types of trade offers are all well and good, but they're just a one-off thing. The person doesn't send more than one, you've declined it, okay, whatever, I'm not getting free items from this guy. When the same person sends about 5 trade offers after declining each and every single one of them, it starts to get quite annoying, because I can't click on this guy's profile and comment on it because he's made his profile like private or friends only or something like that, so I can't comment telling him to stop without adding him, giving him the attention that he wants and stuff like that. But just stop sending me loads of trade offers. If I decline something, don't send me the same thing. Don't send me a different thing either. Just stop. Okay, now back to what I was saying before. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be saying, but Mikey, you accept donations and get given free items all the time. And to that I would say, fair play, yes I do. But I don't just go sending loads of random trade offers to people, asking for their items, saying, can you just donate this to me for no reason whatsoever? I don't know you, you don't know me, and I want your stuff. I leave links for people to donate that aren't ever shoved in anyone's face. And I also provide YouTube content and Twitch content to even get people to donate in the first place. I don't just have a trade offer link on my profile as the only thing there saying, I accept donations, please send me stuff, which I have genuinely seen on some people's profiles before, and it blows my mind that people just how is that the only thing you're putting on your Steam profile? Like, if the only thing you're putting on your Steam profile right now, and any of you watching that only have a trade offer link saying I accept donations or send me free items or something like that, or any donation helps, just get rid of it, add something else onto it. It's fine if it's there, but if that's the only thing and you're adding nothing else to it, then you're doing something wrong, surely. With my profile, it's like I've got an introduction to what I to what I am, to who I am, and a bunch of other stuff on there that's useful links to do with me. And then the trade offer link is also there, mostly for actually people to send me trades, instead of clicking the trade offer button that's on my profile already. Or if people wanted to ever do it for whatever reason, send me a donation or something. I'm not asking people to do it. I'm not saying send me free stuff here. I'm just having the link there if people want to use it. But like I said, I don't just have a Steam profile thing. I'm not pressuring people into donating anything. I've been doing YouTube for years with ads, barely making money because I love doing it. It sounds really stupid when you say it like that, but I love making YouTube videos. Like I said, I don't ask for donations. I don't pressure people into donating. There's a link around the channel if people wanted to throw me an extra hat or something because they like what I'm doing, and that's that. I don't want people to think after this video either that, oh, he's not getting any ads or, oh, he's making bad money or whatever to donate, because I'm fine. But the point still stands that it's just a little bit extra on top of the crap I'm making now. Anyway, that aside, going back to the trade offers I keep getting, though it honestly blows my mind. All of these people are people I've never spoken to before in my life. They have never messaged me asking how I was, never messaged me saying that they liked or disliked my YouTube content. They literally just saw my backpack and started picking and choosing things they wanted to take from it, and then sent a trade offer because they thought I would just say yes. What are these people thinking? Like, what goes through your mind that makes you think, okay, this guy's worked for all of his stuff, maybe he'll just give it to me. I haven't done anything to deserve it, or I'm not trading up for it myself. I'm not offering anything in return. I'm not making YouTube content for this guy. I'm not helping him do anything. I'm not making thumbnails for him. I'm not doing anything. But I want the stuff. Just give me items. I don't mind giving people hats if I'm starting a conversation with them and they've been telling me for quite a long time that they really want a hat and they genuinely have no way to get it. Like, they're trying to trade up, they've been trying to trade for months and stuff like that, and they just haven't made any progress with it. And they're a friend of mine. Like, I'm completely cool if we've been talking for months and something like that, and you're just like, yeah, this is a hat I've always really wanted, never been able to get it. Like, don't bring it up like that because that's really stupid. But if it comes up in a conversation, I can easily give you the hat because it doesn't mean that much to me. It's the whole, like, premise of you don't know me, I don't know you, but then you're asking me for free stuff. I do have to admit that I prefer that type of stuff, like the random trade offers and stuff like that. You can easily decline them. You can easily just get rid of them. I prefer that much over what I'm about to show you guys. And my point last time is that these people don't know me and really never spoke to me. But then again, there are a bunch of people who actually have started talking to me, acting all buddy-buddy and stuff like that, having a chat, having a good talk, just so after a few minutes we start talking, they think they can ask for items and I will just give it to them because they've had a conversation with me, I'm in a good mood, and I'm just going to give them stuff. The screenshots I'm showing you guys right now were from somebody who asked me to add their second account, and then they sent me this. They're from Vietnam, so we sent like 5 messages about that. They told me they were from there. They said, have you ever visited? I was probably like, no, I've never been. I don't really remember how the conversation went, but it was only a very little amount of messages before he said, so I want a knife, and it's $60. You can see on the screen, like right now, how the chat actually went down. And to me, that's looking like he's only talked to me for a little bit and he's asking me to pay him $60 so he could buy a knife. I don't understand. Like, he changed it afterwards to like, oh yeah, I'm only $10 away because my inventory is $50. So you can send 5 if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but you could send 5. You could send $5 if you want to. So one thing about this whole thing I do understand is that if these people are children, they might not quite understand how all of that stuff works. Then that would make complete sense, and there's nothing I can really do about that except try and teach them that it's sort of not the right thing to do. It's kind of a rude thing to do, and it doesn't work, and you most likely will end up like being hated and stuff like that. And that's completely fine. I don't mind teaching people that that isn't the right thing to do. But their thinking will make sense because they don't know any better. But when somebody starts a conversation with me so I can send them $60 or even $5 for a knife, there's a problem. It's a rude thing to do. It's just plain and simple. It's ridiculously rude to message a YouTuber or anyone really on Steam who you don't talk to much at all, because mind you, this guy who asked me to add a second account had spoken to me on 2 other occasions at most. One of them was to ask me to gift him Undertale. I don't know how he ended up on my friends list, by the way. I don't know who he is, how he's on my friends list, but the first message he sent me was, hey, can you give me Undertale? I didn't actually read that one at the time, but looking back up through the chat, that's the first thing that shows up. And then the other was to actually message me to add his second account the first time because I didn't see it again. So that's my bad. But then he messaged me again saying, can you add my second account? So obviously it's something he's been trying to work on for a while. But you get the picture. We barely ever talk. And one of the first messages he sends me is asking me for money. I think he was also on about items at some point. I could be wrong about that one, but with items, it's stuff that people have put in time and effort to get themselves. I get that some people have big backpacks and forget they have some stuff, and that doesn't mean they're just going to give the items away because they were the ones who earned it, they were the ones who worked for it, and the person asking for it obviously isn't willing to try hard enough to get one. Because I know trading right now in TF2 is pretty screwed, and in CS it's practically dead, but if you're asking and begging for like a 1 key item, that's not impossible to trade up to. Even in today's market, you can do it. It will take quite a while, yes, but you can do it and it's not impossible. I try and do a lot of giveaways because I do understand that I get given quite a lot of stuff and a lot of it I don't use and other people would use more than I would. More people would appreciate it more than I would. Not appreciate it, but more people will use it and put it to use and actually enjoy using the item much more than I would, which is why I do them a lot, because I love having people's reactions when they win an item that they really wanted and they use it a lot, because I just wouldn't use it. I don't know why I'm then expected then from certain people to just hand out even more free stuff to anybody who asks, because my backpack is still bigger than theirs. I've always seen it like this. If I give one of my fans an item, I have 46,000 other fans to give items to. If I was going to make it all fair, I was going to give everybody the same thing. If I gave somebody a hat that was worth 1.33 ref, I'd have to give 46,000 other people a hat that costs 1.33 ref. I'm not going to do that, to be honest. I don't think anybody will do that. I give away as much stuff as I can, but 46,000 hats worth 1.33 ref adds up very, very quickly. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to do that. Why are people expecting that? Okay, so now I've cooled down a little bit. Something I want to say to kind of round this video off is that this doesn't happen as much as I made it out to happen in this video, but it's not uncommon. I'm making this video since I've seen a massive increase in people doing this over the last week or two, and I want to stop it right here before it goes any further if I can. Obviously, I'm still going to get trade offers like that. I can't stop it, but if I can slow it down a little bit or at least stop a few people sending them, then it'll make my life so much easier. To be honest, I don't think everybody quite understands that it's rude and almost insulting sometimes to ask somebody you don't talk to that much at all or have never spoken to before for items or money on Steam. Would you walk up to a stranger in real life and ask them to give you $60 to buy video games or something like that? Yeah, probably not. I don't see many people doing that. Don't imagine any of the people asking for online stuff for free would do that in real life. So please just don't do it online either.